Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 14 of the Empire podcast. You have me, and that's it, because I have to do this intro in post, because we spoke for a bit too long, plus a segment from last episode was a bit too long. So, yeah, this is every other sport besides soccer/football. So, yeah, enjoy episode number 14. Oh, and like the video and subscribe to join the Empire. Anyways. Off you go. The National Basketball Association, the day we're recording this, has tipped off. 2 games happened today. We'll start off with the first game, which was Boston killing the Knicks. Even though, hey, the Knicks, you played actually pretty decent. It's just a shame that Boston hit.
Bridges?
Yeah.
Bridges sold, bro.
But he's changed his jump shot. And yeah, it's
Bro, it's the whole zesty.
I don't know
what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing there. He's kind of sold his jump shot, but yeah, look, Boston looked too good. They looked absolutely dominant. They got 29 3-pointers, which ties the NBA single game record. And then with 5 minutes to go,
matched with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Matched with the Milwaukee Bucks. But
yep.
They then brought on their reserves, or as I like to call them, bums. They brought on their bums, even though they'd probably kill me in a basketball game.
They'd score 100 on the game.
They'd score 100 in 2 minutes. They ended up not scoring another 3 for the rest of the game. So they didn't break the record. They just tied it at 29.
They went 0 from 13
yeah.
in attempts
yeah.
after that initial 29.
Which is ridiculous. But
good they didn't break the record, but it's...
Yeah.
And they also broke the record for most threes missed consistently in the game.
Yeah.
It's not including Houston Rockets. That was a playoff game. I know you love your Houston Rockets, Dorka.
That was shit.
Can you remind me about that game? 27 or something?
That was that was against the Warriors, wasn't it? Game 6.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Sold.
No Chris Paul.
James Harden, see you later.
No Chris Paul that game. That's what made us lose. Thanks Chris Paul.
Oh, okay. That was it. Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Hamstrings.
Yeah, he
got none.
We were. You know what? Mums, we would have made the NBA championship and won it if we were in that league that year.
Not gonna lie, I fully agree.
Because it would have been the Raptors, and I think we would have beat the Raptors. But
yeah, I think you would have been Raptors. Harden on Kawhi.
Yeah.
That Harden.
Yeah.
Prime Harden.
Yeah. That's the guy that got me into basketball right there. But
I respect the beard.
Yeah, can't respect that. Respect.
Now he's just a moustache, bro.
No, he's he's a bum. Yeah. Look, our teams play tomorrow. We're not going to talk about the NBA every single week. We'll come back to it if there's anything special that goes on, or if there's a big upset, or we'll definitely
something special that did happen today in game 2.
Game 2, Lanut happened. Lemicki, Lanut, Ladad.
Lanut debut, Ladad.
Yeah.
Le Professor.
Yeah.
Le Fraud.
LeBron and LeBronny.
We're gonna get hate for that now. Oh, LeBron, yeah. And Michael.
Well, you cut out completely there.
Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Well, yeah. So no, it was actually good to see.
It was good to see. Came
Bronny should not be near the league. Let's be honest.
Bronny played.
I think he only got minutes today.
He got 2 minutes.
I think the only reason he got 1 minute is because Nike spent X amount of dollars on that ad, and they're like, "Hey, we need this guy to be playing today.
Mm-hmm.
You better put him on JJ Redick, otherwise you're getting sacked."
Yeah, he literally played 2 minutes 41.
So he played 2 minutes. Hey, get on, take a picture with your dad, get off, go back to the G League.
That's exactly
what it
was. He got 1 rebound.
Poor.
That's like me on a Tuesday night.
That's one more than 99.999% of the.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Bronny James.
Good on you, Bronny.
You're kidding.
Good on you, Bronny. But hey, a player that I think actually played really well for the Lakers was Rui Hachimura. Shot 50% from the field, but looked good. Looked like he's taken a step up this season, which is what they definitely need, because they need some more help. LeBron and Anthony Davis, who, by the way, Anthony Davis just casually dropped 36 points.
So AD looked good. A Disney.
Yeah, A Disney.
Injury free. He can be Giannis.
It could be, but and I want to just quickly move back to the Celtics game. Jason Tatum dropped 37 and 10 assists. Hey, I said it. I said it. I said MVP. If he continues playing like that, that's an MVP season.
No. He's too inconsistent.
Listen, if Boston wins over 70 games, he wins the MVP unanimously. Or Jaylen Brown, whoever's better.
Unanimously? Nah, that's reserved for this man.
For Steph Curry.
Which for the greatest shooter of all time.
For some reason, he has a Steph Curry jersey. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I had a De'Aaron Fox jersey.
Look, let me clarify. I'm a Giannis Antetokounmpo fan and a Steph Curry fan.
So when Giannis
I'm not
moves
from
to
America. I have no allegiances. If he moves, to Golden State,
Golden State fan for life.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, Golden State fan
So
for
what
life.
happens when they both retire? Who do you support?
I'll probably just pick another player and move on, honestly. Because it's one of those sports where you can follow that star
Mm.
and you can follow them around. A lot of people do it with LeBron, followed him,
Yeah.
Cavs, Lakers, Heat, etc. I feel like basketball's the same, especially if you're not from America.
Yeah.
If I was from America, look, by all means, yeah, have a go at me. If I'm from Milwaukee and I'm supporting Miami Heat, you're gonna have a bit of heat,
Yeah.
literally. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm from Australia, mate. I watch games at 11 a.m. and shit like that, mate.
It's great.
The kangaroo in your backyard.
It's great. It's I don't know about the kangaroo part, but it's great watching NBA games at midday here. It's so good, so good. But yeah, we're not going to come. As I said, we're not going to come back to the NBA every week. We might come back next week and talk about how our teams are doing for the first couple games. Sydney FC just conceded, by the way.
I'm just a big up to you, lads, and y'all do that.
Well,
to
hey,
me.
now that we've talked about the NBA, we know where Mark is. We know that he is alive. He just fell asleep. He hasn't had dinner, so he won't be hopping on. So it is just me and Nathan today. So enjoy our presence, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about Formula One. We'll talk about Formula One. Nathan, go on a bit of a tangent where I can actually have a chat and Mark won't be talking about Marcus Ambrose or something.
Yeah, my stupid things.
So,
So
what was the race last week?
the race was the Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas,
It's in Texas.
where it
ain't
had
no
going
hold'em.
into it. Everyone assumed McLaren were gonna take it out, Lando Norris gonna win, and it was far from that.
Oh.
Absolute a good race week. There was also the sprint race which happened.
Mhm.
And Max Verstappen won that with Carlos Sainz. What's their face?
Because I'm just looking at
Max Verstappen?
the GP. Carlos Sainz came second
For the sprint, yeah, and then he came second in the actual race.
in the actual race. Yeah, wow. Because I'm just looking
Yeah,
at
so
wow.
so Ferrari showed pace all weekend, which was surprising. Better than the McLarens and the Red Bulls. And then winning the race, my man, Charles Leclerc. Right. Gets the W. Carlos Sainz second, 1-2. The Tifosi going crazy. Max Verstappen getting third, pole position, getting extra points ahead of Lando.
That's what he needed.
So the last couple, mate, probably 10 laps was Lando Norris, Verstappen just going after each other basically. Norris was hunting him, and then he ended up passing him on the outside of the track. Had to pay a penalty because you can't pass on the outside of the track, obviously. But he ended up finishing 4 seconds ahead of Max. So in hindsight, he should have just given the position back to Max, and then he would have had enough time to basically pass him.
Yeah.
Without the penalty, he would have got podium. Would have been a bit closer to him in the point standings, but he got the time penalty. He finished third, but got a time penalty,
Wow.
which pushed him 1 second behind Max.
Wow.
Max was 4 seconds behind. So Max ended up on the podium with third.
Wow.
But it was a fantastic race. Going now to the crunch part of the season. Max looks like he's going to take out the title because Lando can't do it. He's a little bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean,
yeah,
no, fair enough.
Lewis Hamilton DNF'd. Well, if you want to even call it DNF.
Yeah.
Putrid race for Mercedes. I think he's just ready to get out of there. But it's good to see Ferrari doing well. So Lewis can slot straight in there.
Wait, where was Lewis?
If Sainz is finishing.
Oh, last.
Yeah. He didn't like finish the race,
Wow.
basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's shit.
So yeah. Again, I'd talk more with Stef here, but
Yeah, I mean,
it was a good race. And then Esteban Ocon stealing fastest lap at the final lap, so that was interesting as well to see.
yeah, fair enough. But I'm looking at just the time difference here between everyone. Piastri was fifth, and he was 21 or 22 seconds behind basically.
Yep.
And then 34 seconds later is when George Russell finished. That's crazy how much of a gap that is.
The weirder thing about that is you actually look at the gap between Sergio Perez in 7th and Max Verstappen in 3rd.
Yeah, wow.
Same car, and they're not even close.
I don't know what happened there. Probably just Max is just by far the better driver.
He's by far the better driver, and Sergio is just not up to it. But also, big ups to Nico Hülkenberg for getting 8th, getting some points for the Haas team. Liam Lawson in his second, third race. No, sorry, his first race, taking over Daniel Ricciardo. Finished 9th and he got points. Better than any race Ricciardo has done this year. So big ups to Liam Lawson in his first race. Basically killing Daniel Ricciardo's career. And Franco Colapinto in the Williams, taking 10th. And he's just come in. He deserves a seat for next season, so hopefully Colapinto can get one. But F1's heating up, man.
It's heating up.
It's looking good.
Well, next week you've got the Mexican Grand Prix. So
I think this will be Sergio Perez. I don't hope, but I think he should retire at this race or announce his retirement. It's his home race.
Yeah.
When he comes there, he's like a god to them. So
you
I think it's a send off he deserves. Announce it there.
So you're saying he's going to win the race, or he's just going to announce his retirement?
No, I think he should announce his retirement.
Okay.
But I don't think he will, in honesty. But it'd be a good time for him to do it.
Yeah.
If he does.
That's fair.
But yeah, Mexican Grand Prix, and then predictions for that. I think I don't even know.
It could be.
Going into it with.
It could be Leclerc.
It could be the top 8. It could be any of the top 8 going for this win. I hope it's Leclerc. I hope it's Charles. Because I hope he passes Lando Norris in the championship. Because it'd be hilarious to see him finish second in a.
Yeah.
Sorry, hilarious to see Lando finish third in a 2-horse race. Between himself and Max Verstappen. So that would be embarrassing, and it would kill Lando's confidence. So
that would be funny.
Yeah, big up to Leclerc, man. He's showing his quality.
But who are you going to win?
For
Mexicana.
I'm going Verstappen.
You're going Verstappen.
He hasn't won in I think 10 or 11 races.
If he wins this, does he basically win the whole thing? Pretty much, unless he DNFs for the rest of the thing.
Unless he DNFs, yeah, it's very, very, very hard for him to not win it from here. But if he wins, basically secures it. If Lando finishes outside top 4,
yeah, well,
which is completely possible with how the Ferraris and maybe the Mercs will be going.
Yeah, I'm also going to go Verstappen because I said Verstappen last week, and obviously I don't think anyone would have expected Ferrari to do as well as they did coming out of the break. But maybe they've just gone. You know what?
Win the sprint race.
No,
Max. So he's got pace.
Because I knew nothing about the F1. Usually it's like I look at it, I'm like, yeah, okay, Lando, cool. And then you start talking about Ferrari. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about Ferrari for? So I had to look it up.
It's Ferrari. You have to look it up. You're like, what's going on?
What's going on here? Yeah.
All right. I was shocked you watching the race. I was like, what's going on here?
Well, it's time to get you screaming. It is time to get you screaming. NFL. We both shouldn't be talking about the NFL this week, but we're gonna kick it off with Nathan's team, the New Orleans Saints, because they were Thursday Night Football. Nath, take it away.
Embarrassing. Once again, I sit here in disgust talking about this fucking football team.
Hey, you can't blame Derek Carr. He didn't play this week.
I can't blame Derek Carr. Hey, was it Spencer? Spencer,
yeah.
Is that his name?
Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler. He actually played well. Himself, he did well. The team, absolutely abysmal. The defensive line is. Alright, put traffic cones there, and it'd be harder.
Listen, but both of us are going to be complaining about defensive lines.
Yeah, it's just embarrassing. At home as well, getting killed like that, 33-10. Man, I got nothing good to say.
It was a Sean Payton revenge game.
Like Olave's basically just gonna go. I don't blame him.
You've just re-signed Kamara.
But I don't know what
you re-signed him for 2 more years. Why?
He's getting paid.
Just fucking leave, Kamara. Get traded. Leave.
He's not getting paid that much, I'd say.
Yeah, I know.
And he's rushing. He doesn't even rush anymore. Don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Denver just killed us, man. It's just embarrassing. I never have anything good to say.
It's true.
I don't.
It's true.
It's been legit. The first 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I enjoyed myself. These cheeky wins. Maybe we can scrape a couple. Nah, lost.
Just losses ever since. Yeah.
Yeah, these other teams are coming into it. They're getting prepped for playoffs already, and then we're just capitulated.
Yeah, you guys next week have the Chargers, who are also a back and forth team. So that's going to be a fun game to cover.
Yeah, but
it's Justin Herbert. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be 4th against us.
Yeah.
He's thrown for 300+ yards that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Time to talk about the Atlanta Falcons. Listen, I did say last week it's going to be a tough game between us and Seahawks. I didn't expect it to be a whitewash though. Come on.
Bro,
I didn't expect it to be a whitewash like that.
I got every single game right in my multi.
Except for us.
There's one team that cost me.
Yeah.
You Atlanta Falcons.
Listen. We just didn't show up. That's it. Kirk throws 2 interceptions. Michael Penix does throw his first pass in the NFL. He has 100% passing completion at the moment. So he's the best quarterback in the NFL.
Give him toss.
Yeah.
Trade you.
Who? Alvin Kamara? Yeah, sure.
We'll give you a bag of chips.
Yeah.
A bag of chips. I'll pay for it.
Yeah, but our defense just didn't show up. Like once, as I say every week, our D line's awful. I think it's a battle between us two, the Saints and the Falcons, on who has the worst defensive line.
We're the same division. Everything.
It's a battle between us on who has the worst defensive line in the league. I mean, at least you might get 1 sack. We barely get a sack. My biggest talking point from this game. One of them is Bijan Robertson. What a player! He's the one shining light from this game. Listen, he had over 100 yards and a touchdown. I don't know where Tyler Algier was this week. I think we saw how well Bijan was playing. We're like, yeah, feed him the rock. Yep, go, fucking go. You're the only thing that's pushing us forward. And a touchdown, 100 yards. I think it was 104. Good game. But I love this player. But I think he's a fraud. AJ Terrell. Why the fuck are you getting blocked with one arm by DK Metcalf? Why are you getting blocked with one arm? One arm.
My headphones just exploded.
Bro, I say it every week. Besides last week, he actually had a good game. I say it to myself. Terrell, I love you, man. You got paid in the offseason. You got paid too much. You're a fraud. I'm sorry. You're not a top 10 cornerback in the league. You're barely top 20. Like, yeah, we got Tampa next week, and they lost to the Ravens. They lost to the Ravens, which, speaking of the Ravens, because we will speak about the Ravens, as it is Steph's team. Ravens beat Tampa. Lamar Jackson got 5 touchdowns. Passing.
Can we talk about that? He's not even the...
Listen.
He was the star of the show, but he wasn't the star.
He was a star, but he wasn't the star. Like we have been saying for the past 3 weeks, Derrick Henry, 15 carries, 169 yards, nearly went for a long-range touchdown, but he's too slow. He even made a joke about that on his Insta or his Twitter, one of the two. But yeah,
and big ups to him for getting a touchdown.
Yeah, big ups. But
big ups.
It's not a rushing touchdown, but it's a touchdown.
It wasn't rushing. It was a touchdown nonetheless. He won me my multi anytime touchdown scorer. Very much.
Thank you.
Lamar Jackson over 1.5 throwing touchdowns. Thank you very much.
Well, listen. The Ravens finally remembered that they have Mark Andrews. They finally remembered he exists, and he gets 2 touchdowns today. Look,
I think they can play the 2-man game the rest of the season, and I wouldn't care.
Yeah,
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I mean,
just
it's fantastic.
Just give it to Lamar. Give it to
Derrick Henry. Yeah, listen,
he's just a fucking monster, man.
He's looking.
I want to attempt to tackle him and just be like, right? Yeah. Like, I reckon it's like tackling a fucking boulder of like just granite.
Yeah,
granite steel.
It's looking like his MVP season. He's on pace for another 2,000 yard season if he keeps running like this. He is going absolutely stupid with it.
I think if he stays injury free, I don't see why.
Yeah,
he's averaging like 120 to 150 in the past 3-4 games.
And well, they got the Browns next week, so
and there's another 160.
There's 160. But their defense also looked on point up until the 4th quarter, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers scored 3 touchdowns for some reason.
Chris, back into it. I checked the score.
Yeah. Mike Evans does get his 100th touchdown catch of his career. Great. Thank God it wasn't against us. Chris Godwin, though, leaves the field with 43 seconds left with a pretty bad-looking leg injury on a cart. So not looking good for the Buccaneers. Great for us because we verse them next week. It's going to be a revenge game. We are going to be away from home. We're going to be in Tampa Bay. That game could go either way. But speaking of the Browns, in this game, they basically lost their season. He's shit, but Deshaun Watson, Achilles injury, looked brutal.
Yeah.
It looked absolutely brutal. He since the match.
Like, you don't wish that on anyone. That's
Ever since that playoff game, who did they play in that playoff game where he had the helmet this way and he threw the pass this way? Like his helmet was literally that way. Like that was one of the best games I've ever seen from a quarterback. Since then, haven't seen Deshaun Watson be the same player. Once again, he did have allegations against him, but
can't allegate, don't allegate.
Exactly. Can't do it, don't do it. But yeah, look, Watson's out for the season. He's probably done. He's never going to get back to the player he was. He might become like Geno Smith, just that one player that'll come back in 6 years, and it's just unfortunate. But another injury as well, Jaden Daniels. I absolutely gassed him up, and I have been because he's been good. Had a rib injury scare in this game. He's on a week-to-week basis at the moment. He didn't play the full game against the Panthers. I think he threw 4 passes. The Marcus Mariota comes in and drops 200 yards. But yeah, didn't play the full game, but according to his own mother, he's all good. So yeah, he's weak.
Nothing for a bit of motherly love.
Yeah, he's on a week-to-week basis. But I want to talk about the Carolina Panthers, right? They lost 40-7 to the Commanders.
I said, why do you want to talk about them? I'm actually curious.
Because the Panthers had a total of 89 passing yards for the entire game.
What?
Yep. Yeah. That's why.
Well, they go on to the radar. I didn't know that.
That's why I looked at it.
89.
I looked at it because I wanted to see Jaden Daniels' stats before he left the game. And then the first thing pops up with the Panthers. Andy Dalton went 11 for 16, 93 yards, 2 interceptions. Bryce Young comes in, 2 for 2, -4 yards. How do you complete two passes and get -4 yards? They
would have hit the blitz or something, and they would have just fucking offloaded it to the back and lost.
That's just they're the worst team in the league by a country mile.
That's embarrassing.
And it's not.
I told you, when Australia's getting an NFL game.
Yes, apparently
next year,
yeah.
And if it is the Panthers and the Browns, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, I think
give us the two shit.
I think we'd get the 49ers because Australia's a big 49ers.
I think it'd be 49ers
culture.
and Raiders.
Even 49ers and Giants, I reckon. Or not Chiefs. Like it'll either be it'll be a big team. They'll bring one big team over. It'll probably be the 49ers because Jared Hayne. So a lot of people have Jared Hayne jerseys still. So yeah, it is what it is. Next week, Carolina have the Denver Broncos. So after the performance they did against the Saints, if they don't beat them by 60, it's ridiculous.
They're winning 40 plus.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're then also now we're going to talk about the Steelers because Mark's not here. We've got to mention the Steelers. And one thing I'll mention one thing first. Amari Cooper got traded to the Bills. Scores a touchdown in his first game. Was absolutely silenced by the Browns. Gets traded straight away. Scores. Another trade that happened this week. Literally in the space of 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, these 2 trades happened. I think. Devontae Adams goes to the Jets from the Raiders and is the first player to lose to the Steelers twice in 1 week. They beat the Jets, the Steelers. They're 5-2, which is crazy to think about. Mark would have been like, hey, it wasn't pretty. But it was. I don't know, something like that. They, for some reason, just benched, what's his name, Justin Fields. I don't know why they did. He was actually doing all right. But they bring in Russell Wilson and he pops off. 264 yards, 2 touchdowns. Najee Harris runs for over 100 yards. George Pickens looks like an actual wide receiver now. Aaron Rodgers don't look like the same player, man. Devontae Adams don't look like the same player, man. Listen, the Jets are not looking good. They got the Patriots next week. If they don't beat the Patriots, this team's finished. This team's finished if they don't beat the Patriots. But one more team I want to talk about, and it's a game that we hyped up last week because, let's be real, it was probably game of the week. Lions beat the Vikings. I nearly died when I spoke them for some reason. Cracking game. One stat I want to read out from the Lions. Lions, I think, are by far the best team in the NFL at the moment. You can say the Chiefs because they're undefeated, but I don't like the Chiefs. Right? Lions, they look like a fun team. In the past 4 games, listen to this stat. They've had more offensive touchdowns in 18 than incompletions in 16. They have more touchdowns and offensive touchdowns and incompletions in the last 4 games. That is insane.
Well,
that is insane. Listen, I didn't have the Lions in the NFC Championship game because I had the Falcons because I'm a dumb fuck. But someone else had the Lions. I think it was Mark. They're probably going to go and win the Super Bowl, man. They're that good. Wrestling. Start off with SmackDown. There's actually a lot more to talk about on SmackDown than there is Raw this week, which is crazy. Start off with SmackDown, though. Bloodline kick off the show. Joseph comes out. He says, and I quote, "I care about you, Solo, because they're still brothers." And then he says, "Solo, think about what you're going to do to the family."
Putting a bit of doubt in his head.
And then after that, something else happens. Reigns and Jimmy arrive backstage to an unreleased. I think I had something to do with LA Knight, probably. Reigns and Jimmy arrive backstage to an unreleased Travis Scott song. So, it's pretty awesome.
Seeds been planted for possible Travis Scott Fiend performance at WrestleMania 41. Shout out to all y'all who went to the Sydney show. Played Fiend 7 times in a row.
I was
fucking G'd for every single one of them.
I was there for 2 nights.
Two nights. Oh, you saw Abel come out too.
I saw Abel. I wasn't able to say. Reigns says he's proud of Jay, but Jay wants none of it. Says he doesn't care.
A bit of manipulation. What do you think from Reigns?
Oh,
putting in his head that he cares because he needs him. But does he actually care?
Oh, we'll get to what happened on Raw later. My microphone's gone for a spin at the moment. The Motor City Machine Guns, ladies and gentlemen,
Motor City
make their WWE debut. I mean, we've known it for a couple of months now that they were coming, but
no, it was inevitable.
They looked good. They did look good. Can I be honest?
Chemistry is,
I've never seen a Motor City Machine Guns match. I just know that they are a legendary tag team.
Yeah, really.
I need to go and rewatch some of their prime TNA.
You definitely have to. Wow.
Yeah, but
even their singles matches when Shelley went for the world title, so did Sabin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're fantastic singles as well.
I know that they are a legendary tag team. I've heard only great things, so I will go and do my research on them. Go and watch some matches. I think they versed the Young Bucks at TNA at one point.
Yeah,
I think so.
They were called Generation Me at one point. Young Bucks.
Oh, were they? Yeah, kill yourself.
That was them.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, no, they look good. They're in a triple threat match. No, they were in a triple threat match.
Yeah.
They're versing DIY.
Yeah.
Is it triple threat next week or is it just DIY?
Yeah. Oh wait, talking about the match they had on SmackDown?
No, I'm talking about the match coming up this week.
Oh no, I think it's just straight against DIY.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be a crazy match.
That's new. That's new Motor City Machine.
Yeah.
Oh, Motor City Machine.
Yeah. Look, I think
that'll be a cracker match.
I do think the Machine
Guns
will
NXT Takeover special.
That's if that happened during Prime NXT Takeover 2018. Match of the year. Not even close. But
4.9 stars. You can't give it 5.
No. NXT can get 5. Everything else.
NXT can. Sorry.
Yeah.
And Will Ospreay, but nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else. And Okada when he was in New Japan.
Yeah. New Japan Okada.
But yeah, no. Next week it's going to be a good match. DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns. I am leading towards Motor City Machine Guns to win that match because you kind of have to. They've just debuted. Do they win the title straight away? I don't think so.
I think they do. I think they do.
You reckon? They'll screw them over?
Bloodline shouldn't have to have them. Yeah, I think they really need it going into.
Yeah, that's
going to the storyline with Roman and stuff. The titles are just an add-on, you know.
Yeah,
they don't need it.
I originally had because I'm going to be at some point, and we'll probably do it on the podcast here, predicting WrestleMania cards. I've had to also change up my whole Royal Rumble prediction because of Jey Uso losing the IC title, which we'll get to. But I had as a match on night 1, the Usos versus the New Bloodline for the tag titles, Bloodline Rules. It doesn't look like it's going to happen now. It looks like we're going to get the Motor City Machine Guns putting on classics up until WrestleMania, which is great.
They could still do it, just not for the titles.
They could still do it. But
they could still do it.
Yeah.
They still might. They probably will, honestly. Yeah.
It seems like that.
Or maybe Solo versus one of the triple threat or something.
No, they can't do a triple threat. They can't have Jimmy and Jay turn each other again.
Yeah.
It'll probably be Fatu and Solo versus Usos. Yeah. But Candice LeRae then gets randomly inserted as Nia Jax's tag team partner, just because Tiffany
Shadden had the flu.
Yeah, and then
Real or not kayfabe? I don't even know.
I have no idea, but she pins Bailey. But what I find really weird is that the Speed champions can't come onto the shows with the Speed titles. That's a genuine rule. They have to.
Yeah, it's exclusive to X. Like they paid for it because they specifically want it on their own.
Yeah, I mean,
which is fair play, but it still gets mentioned, I guess, so you can put eyes
the
towards
Speed
it.
champion at the end of the show. The Bloodline.
Who's that man?
The Bloodline do stand tall at the end of the show once again over Jimmy and Roman. No Jey Uso coming out, which I was kind of expecting to happen, but at the same time, I get it. It was meant to be a slow build. But I don't know what happened on Raw. I don't know why that just escalated all of a sudden. Who cares? Bloodline stand tall again. Raw. We got the bombshell news this morning. Samantha Irving has left WWE.
Lillian Garcia back full time.
Lillian Garcia is back full time. I don't know how I feel about that. I think they should just call Mike Rome back up and get some young announcer to do NXT.
I love Lillian Garcia, man. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she is. But
I think maybe they teased her back when she did that little cameo a couple months ago when she came in.
Yeah,
I think it was inevitable after Ricochet.
Yeah,
leaving for AEW that she was.
Yeah, but Ricochet has said that Samantha will not be joining AEW. So I don't know what her next adventure is. Whether it is singing, whether it is doing some other stuff, or she might come back to WWE one day. Who knows? She might just want a little bit of a break because she might be pregnant for all we know. She might want a kid or something. You know, that might be the thing as well. But yeah, no Samantha Irvin. So
good luck to her.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what that means? It's time, Alicia Taylor, for you to step up and take that number one spot because she is really good, really good.
Really good.
She was in the NXT system for a very, very, very long time, and now she's been able to show herself on SmackDown. And
she's fantastic. I like her.
Yeah, Alicia Taylor's great. So Raw opens up with a bunch of wrestlers as always walking to the arena, and they show Bronson Reed walking to the arena, and then he gets jumped by Seth. Once Netflix comes around. No, once Netflix comes around.
Fucking Rollins.
No, it will probably still be freaking Rollins.
They gotta change it to fucking. They gotta say fucking once.
I think he'll do it.
Seth fucking Rollins.
No, I think he might say it on the way to like Mania or something.
I'm Seth fucking Rollins. Yeah, he will. He will. It.
That's great.
To CM Punk's face.
Yeah,
100%.
But yeah, anyway, Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed just kept attacking each other throughout the show. And it's finally been announced that their match is for Crown Jewel, which I am happy about, that it's not a Raw match and it's a Crown Jewel match instead.
I reckon to keep both of them still over, a little bit of a tsunami takes both of them out, no counting out.
Yeah.
A little way to end it. Maybe through the announce table, they both get squashed. Stage was something like that. It puts them both over.
Yeah.
No one loses, no one wins.
And then they go into Survivor Series.
Ring the bell. Yeah, they ring the bell for no reason nowadays anyway.
Yeah. But by far the best part of the show, and it's not even close, Carlito. Right? Carlito goes backstage, and they're talking about Dominic Mysterio being a future world, having the next world championship match, and Finn's hesitant. So Carlito goes and talks to Pierce. As he enters the office, Damage Control's sitting there. And they talk to Pierce. Looks like we got it today, but it was basically, he said, it's going to be Lash and Jakara versus Damage Control, blah, blah, blah. They walk out, Carlito walks in, looks at them. I think I need to learn Chinese. Apparently that was not scripted as well. So Carlito's just gone full racist. Good on you, Carlito. We don't need a bit of casual racism, but
hey, look, I think it's
comedy. It's comedy gold.
I think it's comedy, man.
Yes, sir.
Like, you gotta take it with a bit, yeah.
Yeah, look, listen, he's actually going to be getting booted from the Judgment Day. Like I don't know if you saw what Carlito said after it. He goes, "Yeah, Dom, I got you a match with a former world champion." Didn't say who. So is it going to be Ray? Is it going to be, I don't know, who else is a former? Damian Priest?
Braun
Strowman. It's going to be something stupid. But yeah, Carlito's on his way out the Judgment Day. And then your favorite faction in wrestling, the White Six, are back. Can you explain your hatred for the White Six?
Mate, it's too forced. It's like they came in red hot like they're murderers, like they're killers.
Yeah.
Where you're gonna take everyone out that steps in our path. Absolute carnage. That first vignette of them, you're like, holy shit, this is like they're gonna take over.
Yeah.
They bashed Chad Gable.
Kill
Looks
him.
like they
Almost.
put a gunshot to his head.
Yeah.
Almost killed him. Nice little matches with him. Chad Gable back and stuff. And after that, disappeared.
Yeah.
With no context as to why they disappeared. And all of a sudden, I just popped back up and attacking the Miz.
Yeah. So they attack the Miz and the final testicles.
I assume they're gonna say because like the history between Bo Dallas and the maybe because he was like he's behind him.
Yeah.
You're using me, etc.
But then,
Bullshit
but,
type
but,
story.
but then why the final testament?
The final testicle, man. I don't know.
Why? Why the final testicle, man? They like I get it. It's a group and it's a group. I get it. Thanks, Triple H.
It's a group and group.
Hey,
they're just trying to like fill in time.
And you know what? These past couple months, I've actually been liking Karrion Kross again. I feel like his motives are actually decent motives.
He needed a story. He needed a story to go with, which is fair to him. But at the same time, it's just you can't buy into.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's just
you know what fucked him up.
He tries his hardest.
You know what fucked him up? There's two things that fucked him up. One, three things. Three. One's his hair.
100%. Makes him look less menacing.
Two is his debut on the main roster when he lost to Jeff Hardy straight away. I thought I turned that off. Two's when he lost to Jeff Hardy within, was it like 30 seconds or something?
I forgot Jeff Hardy and him even crossed paths.
It was the Raw after Mania. He fucking debuted and just died. just shit. Just fucking putrid. And then three, the Adam Cole promo.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what they do to make Adam Cole special? They ring the fucking bell. Freaking. Sorry. It's freaking bell.
Freaking bell.
Yeah. But, yeah, listen.
Get a mic away from him.
Yeah.
And also, why is Paul Ellering still there? What has he done?
Well, Paul Ellering actually just took a shot for the Miz. He got
taking a shot for the Miz.
He got hit with a mandible claw. I was thinking that as well last week. I was like, what's Paul Ellering actually bringing to the group now? Karrion Kross is doing just fine.
How much do you reckon he gets paid? Because I want that role.
just sitting there with gloves and doing this.
Yeah.
With a little paper in his hand. Yeah.
Slapping fucking Akam and Razar on the chest.
No one ever. Jacob Fatu. Did you say that, or was that the whole bloodline?
No one. Jacob Fatu.
And then Jimmy did it when he returned as well. But in the main event,
what do you talk about that the Jimmy Uso segment when he's in Wise Man?
Yeah.
You
need a wise man.
He goes, you need a wise man. And he goes, you're not the wise man. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Jimmy's just gold. Put Jimmy in comedy.
Comedy.
Put him in a comedy.
He's fantastic.
But
give him the United States title.
Do it. Fuck it.
Give him a run.
Do it. Screw LA. Main event Mid-card Jimmy. Mid-card Jimmy.
Mid-card Jimmy.
In the main event, IC title rematch. Braun Breaker wins back his Intercontinental Championship against Jey Uso due to the Bloodline screwing him over. The Bloodline come out, Solo doing the casual, he thinks it's the weekend, coming out in his suit. I got a ticket! The old classic, saying, what are you doing here? He's saying he's trying to help him. Well, I actually thought during the match, I was like, that's the storyline they're going with. Jay's going to have to pick a side between Solo and Reigns. Jimmy's helping him retain the titles, blah, this, that. No, it's not what happened. Jay gets, I don't know what he does to Braun. He puts him in the turnbuckle. And then just out of nowhere, you just see a head pop into frame. And it's Tungaloa just in his ear. Oh, man. Tungaloa as well. What a goat. Tungaloa and then Tama Tonga as well.
Tama like leaps.
Yeah. And then Braun Breaker attacks Solo. And then you get the face-off. That was the biggest pop of the night and was so loud. Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu having a stare-off. That match, that is athleticism through the charts.
That's WrestleMania 42 main event right there.
I could see it, That's depending on what they do for this main event, whether it's Rock Roman or Rock Cody or whatever. I genuinely could see that as a main event one day.
One day. Not next year.
In the next 6 years maybe.
Yeah, please not next year. Next year give us Rock Roman, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, the story's building.
Story's
They
building.
know exactly what they're doing.
Bloodline screw over Jay. Bron as well played his part really well, where Fatu hits him with the super kick, and then the Samoan, what do they call it? Samoan drop onto the table. And then Bron, which I think he might have learnt this off Randy Orton, slowly, because he knows the camera's on him, slowly gets him into the ring and then kills him. If you remember, Randy Orton has talked about in the past, I can't remember when it was an interview with WWE. The night when he won the both championships against John Cena in that TLC, he got told, I don't know who it was by, Triple H maybe, to go up the ladder slowly and keep looking at Cena like, it's because he knows the camera's on him. So I think he might have learned that from Randy, or Randy might have been teaching that to the youth, or Triple H might have been teaching that to the youth. But that was good. And Bron Breakker is a 2-time Intercontinental Champion.
Now he holds it for a while.
Now I think he holds it until WrestleMania. I can't have these random hot baby faces, even though it was great to see Jey Uso finally win a title. I can't have these random hot baby faces just spring into the picture unless someone does actually be like Joe Hendry turns up or something. But yeah, screwed up my whole Rumble prediction. Thanks.
Because we've got to do that Rumble predictions because I've got something wild.
Yeah, I've got context for mine of like matches that are happening on the card, and one of my matches was Chad Gable versus Jey Uso.
Yeah.
It's just a fun Royal Rumble match. Why not? But then that happened. So I was like, okay, what do I do? And this is where we're currently sitting. But yeah, we'll be doing that Rumble match, that Rumble prediction when Mark's awake and Stef's back from Japan, which will be after 2 weeks. So I don't know when you're getting it, but you're getting it at some point. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. But one more thing about wrestling. Delta has finally made her appearance on NXT under the name Zaria, which I think is still badass.
I think it's still a mad name. Delta sounds.
Delta's like, oh, okay, she's a Shield one.
No, I think I dead set think because they can't trademark that name. They're like, we need to make a name.
Great.
But it works well. It's a good name.
It works well with her character so far. I like the debut. She's basically, what they did was they span the wheel for the match between Kalani versus whoever it is for Fatal Influence. They still haven't announced it yet. It's probably JCJ or Fallon, but whoever it is. And then after that spinner, they got winner's choice, so the winner gets to pick whatever on the wheel. And then JC or Fallon goes, "All right, girls, so lights turn off." And then I don't know what the vignette they were doing with it. I don't know if they messed it up or something. It looked kind of weird. But hey, Delta looks like a absolute ass kicker. She hasn't even done anything yet. So I'm happy. We have more Australians in wrestling in WWE. It's only a matter of time till we take over.
The NXT women's roster is absolutely stacked.
It is.
Julia, Stef Nathan, and then now Delta.
Nikita Lyons is back from injury. Cora Jade's back from injury.
Cora Jade's back. I mean, it's Roxanne. I think she's a good shout to actually win the Rumble.
Roxanne Perez, really?
Yeah, actually, she's been killing it, man.
I think she's currently.
She's mini AJ, bro.
I think she is the second best champion in WWE today, behind Cody.
Behind. Okay, I was gonna say behind.
No, not Jay. But no, I think as soon as she loses that title, Roxanne gets called up. It might be towards the Rumble. Who's she going to lose it to as well? Is it going to be Vaquer or is it going to be?
I think Julia, and then Vaquer turns on Julia. One of them will turn on each other.
I think
after one of them wins the title. I'd say Cora, but she's turned fucking.
No. I think Cora and Roxanne are now friends. I think one of them goes off and has a rivalry with Cora. The other one has a rivalry with Roxanne. I think Roxanne will have Stephanie Vaquer to face, which is why I think Vaquer will.
Yeah, and because Cora already attacked Julia, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Carry that on. Yeah. And then have Julia and Vaquer take it on
at a stand deliver. That'll be a stand deliver match. But I
WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, are you gonna go to that?
I sure am.
You
I'll
are?
be
You're
there.
gonna be there? Cool.
Yeah, I'll
Fantastic.
be there.
That's
Raw, NXT, WrestleMania.
you're gonna be to all of them. It's gonna cost you 10K or anyways. So
Correct.
yeah, WrestleMania tickets as well. Go live tomorrow morning, but obviously when you're watching this, have already gone live. So hey, do what you want with your Mania tickets, whether you want to buy them as soon as they come out or in 6 months. Up to you. They'll get cheaper in 6 months. Just remember that.
Yep.
Or they also might sell out in 2 months. Who knows? But
Especially if the final boss is gone.
exactly, yeah. I mean, we know no matches, but we know.
But we sort of know.
We sort of know.
If Dwayne's not there, man, I'm gonna ask for
A full refund. Just Dwayne?
I just want to hear the "If you smell." just once in person.
Just once.
I know. I think I heard it in like when
yeah.
2002, 2003.
Oh well.
Down here, down under, but
Yeah, it's 2002.
20 years.
That's it from us. It's a 2-man pod. It wasn't expected to be a 2-man pod, but I think we held it down. I think we held it down.
Yeah, this side.
Wait, no, you're because you're this side for me.
I'm this side for you.
I can't,
There you go.
bro, I can't do it, lad. What the fuck? Because I have to.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Because I can't do it sideways for me because that's the wall. So I have to go like that way. Why not just do that then? What a spastic.
There you go.
Bang. But no, you have to go the other way. You have to go. You have to go the other way.
Wait, I have to go this way?
Yeah. Bang.
Bang.
No. Bang.
Bang.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're part. Nathan, what should the people do?
Mate, like, comment, subscribe. As you all know, Rome wasn't built in a day. So join the Empire.
And prayers,
Bang,
prayers go to Mark for sleeping. Bye.